Rock On is based on Euphoria actually. At that moment, Vishal, I broke down. I was on stage and I broke down. सब कुछ वापस आ गया कि मुझे कैसे इस इंडस्ट्री ने कभी एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया है. Our music is, nobody makes music like we do. The whole of Nagaland and people from Mizoram, Manipur, everybody turned up. The new music is not good enough. That's why the old music has to come back. Like right now, Raghav's song has come out. Teri Aankhon Mein. It was a great song at that time also. But because it was not filmy, it was not that big. The first food in the world that everybody has eaten for many, many years is the fish. As a doctor, I would tell everybody red meat is not very good for your health. So there is one non-vegetarian food which actually Bengalis don't even consider non-vegetarian. It's everyday food. Eat that. Fish is always going to be around. It's healthy for you.
Palash Sen, welcome to CNN News 18.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling me.
Thank you, Palash. Palash, your short film titled Güzel Kız that stars your son Kinshuk Sen and a Turkish actress whose name is Gizem Taz is currently streaming on YouTube.
Yes.
It's of course directed by you, and it's a love story that is set in Istanbul.
Yeah.
So then please tell us more about the film and what triggered this idea to make this short.
Bro, क्या है कि obviously a filmmaker, creative person keeps thinking. मेरे मन में हमेशा से ये एक थॉट थी कि जितने भी लोग अपनी ज़िंदगी में थोड़े भटके होते हैं, a little wayward होते हैं, how do they come back to reality and what are their dreams and what are their aspirations and where are they going? So this film has this boy, his name is Eric. He doesn't even want to, the people, the kids of today, he doesn't even want to use his surname. He only wants to be known by his name, and he is a travel vlogger. But what he is searching for, he himself doesn't know. And he reaches Istanbul, and वहाँ जाके भी he's not being able to find happiness. He's drinking and he's using drugs and this and that, but he's not finding what he really wants in life because there's too much money. When there's so much money, there's no pursuit in life excepting to do something new every day. And at that moment over there, he meets this mysterious girl, and for the rest of it, how does he discover himself? What is his journey? Where does this girl, her name is Hayal, Hayal in Turkish means Khayal, and where does she take him? These things were on my mind, and I have never explored the world of the supernatural, the unknown, the paranormal. And this time I tried to explore it. It's just an 18-minute film, but the film is actually talking about how people are really lost in this world, and maybe somewhere or the other, all of us, we need a guide. Primarily, we think of our parents as guides, and if you don't have parents, who is the guide? We think of God as guide, but you can't see God. But God sends His messengers and His angels to help us, to guide us. This is what the film is all about. There's a song as part of the film. Through Vishal, I'm asking all of you to go and watch this film and understand that there are so many other ways of expressing yourself than just what Bollywood does. I'm an independent musician, independent filmmaker. I hope you like it.
But it is said every Bengali is born to love fish.
Okay.
Is the fish sequence in the film, do you think, is that the reflection of your Bong roots?
Maybe that you say that, now I'm thinking maybe it's that. But my idea was this, that the first food in the world that everybody has eaten for many, many years is the fish. Actually, and sea life will never die. They say eventually also when the judgment day comes, the sea life will never die. So I think we'll be all eating fish, till the last fish is there, and there'll never be a last fish. I think what was on my mind also was the fact that I wanted to show, tell people that it's time that we take healthier options in life. As a doctor, I would tell everybody red meat is not very good for your health. It's very, very high cholesterol. So there is one non-vegetarian food which actually Bengalis don't even consider non-vegetarian. It's everyday food. Eat that. Fish is always going to be around. It's healthy for you. It helps you with your skin and your hair and with your intelligence. I, being a Bengali, know it forever, and I'm going to recommend it to everybody. Please eat fish.
The other good part about the film is, I love the song, by the way, and in this 20-minute film, you also managed to put a song.
Yeah.
Do you think being a musician yourself gives you that edge or an ability to express your emotions conveniently with music?
See, Vishal, what happens is that, as a musician, my main way of expressing myself is actually is song and words. Filmmaking is the next step. you know, because then you actually, I always sit down and imagine a song, how, what is the film behind it? What are the scenes behind it? What is the thought behind it? So that's a film going on in my head any which way. Whether it was Dhoom Pichak, whether it was Maeri, it was Aana Meri Gali, Mehfooz, अपना जितने भी गाने हम लोगों ने बनाए, मेरे मन में हमेशा एक कहानी थी. तो हमारे जो इनिशियल वीडियो से प्रदीप सरकार ने डायरेक्ट किए थे, तो वो हमेशा मुझे पूछते थे कि व्हाट इज द थॉट इन योर हेड, एंड देन ही वुड मेक द स्क्रिप्ट, because the songwriter always has a story in his head any which way.
Okay.
That is what I'm. Pradeep Da is not there anymore, but I think he's with me always. He's my guru. He's my teacher. He's my dada, and I have whatever I know, I have learned from him. The filmmaking I know and how to express myself, I've learned from him. I'm doing the same thing what he used to do. Think of the song as a 5-minute film. First,
nice.
Here song has become into a 20-minute film.
Yeah.
But the thought was that only, you know, if you have seen the film, the boy is dreaming of somebody who makes him think that, you know, she is like the barish. She's like the तारों की वो चमकाहट है, वो घटा है, you know, वो बारिश है, वो हवा है. So I thought of it from there, starting that, you know, if somebody loves somebody that much, and he is searching that person for all his life, will he find her? Won't he find her? But that love will always express itself this way. That made this into a film. Actually, the song came first. So that song is also going to come out as a full music video.
Very nice.
So as you know, the creative person always thinks of everything from all the perspectives. It is not only a song; it has to be a 5-minute film. With that turned into a 20-minute film,
actually takes the story forward.
Yes, yes, because, you know, he is thinking that way about this girl, though she is not the girl he was dreaming about, and eventually what happens.
So then please give us few lines of that song.
Oh, sure. एक लड़की भीगी सी पिघलती सी शर्माई सी, wow, wow, थोड़ी अपनी थोड़ी वखरी थोड़ी पराई सी, वाह वाह, बूंदों सी छलके हवा सी बहके मुझ में ही घुल के, अब वो है हर कहीं, and I feel like and I feel like कल सुबह देखा तो लहरों पे थी अंगड़ाई सी, वाह वाह.
Wow, lovely. What a nice song.
Thank you so much, bro.
Having directed few short films before this.
Yeah, two more. Yeah.
Two more short films you have directed in the past. Now, is there a plan to debut as a feature film director?
I would love to, bro. I would love to. जो भी create करता है ना, उसके लिए हमेशा to express himself is very, very important. Doing something which is about 20 minutes is it's a lot of happiness. But now, right now, if you go to our YouTube, because we've released it only on our YouTube and nowhere else, मैं सचमुच इंडिपेंडेंट हूँ, you know it.
Yes.
So उस पे जो comments आ रहे हैं ना, वो everybody is asking, what next? क्या हुआ? What happened? If I had, say, about 2 hours, I could have taken the story forward, and maybe people would have had a complete satisfaction of watching this film and understanding where I was going. Yes, फीचर फिल्म की ज़रूरत है, बट वो मैं इंडिपेंडेंटली नहीं कर पाऊंगा, उसके लिए बहुत पैसा चाहिए. सो आई होप यू नो देयर इज समबडी आउट देयर हु बिलीव्स इन माय क्राफ्ट, माय टैलेंट, एंड आई मेक अ फीचर फिल्म.
You know, we have Palash Sen in the studio, and how can we not talk about Euphoria, your band, which completed 25 years.
Yes.
So then, how it all started? How you all came together to form this band? This was way back in 1988.
Yeah, 1988. I was in college. I wanted to have a band because, bro, I understood कि लड़कियों को impress करने का एक ही तरीका है, band बनाओ, stage पे चढ़े हो. That I could compose and I could create and I could perform well was something which was later. So that's how we all got in, all college guys, and everybody came together and things happened. And There was no ambition to take out music. It was just कि let's just जाके बस shows करेंगे और लड़कियां पटाएंगे. Anyway, so 98 the first album came out, Dhoom came out, and once the album came out, I realized that people like this music. I had told the entire band कि हो गया ना, अब इसके बाद क्या करना है, लोगों को तो पंजाबी म्यूजिक सुनना है या बॉलीवुड म्यूजिक सुनना है, हमें कौन सुनेगा, बट हाँ लोगों ने हमें सुना. एंड
आज भी सुन रहे हैं.
अभी भी सुन रहे हैं, थैंकफुली. सो मैंने कहा सबसे कि अगर लोग हमें सुन रहे हैं ना, तो लेट्स गिव देम हैप्पीनेस. इवेंचुअली द आइडिया दैट एवरी आर्टिस्ट हैज टू गिव हैप्पीनेस टू एवरीबody who listens to him or her. And I got stuck. This is quick step. I'm a doctor, तो my माँ said कि ये क्या है, तुमने एक सीट बर्बाद कर रखी है. तो मैं अपनी माँ को मैंने प्रॉमिस किया कि यार मैं पूरी जिंदगी मैं मेडिसिन भी करूंगा बट म्यूजिक भी करूंगा, वो जो कि मैं अभी भी करता हूँ. I think everybody understood my vision, and my vision was this: to provide people different music, which was not like anybody else's music. And it is there even now. Our music is, nobody makes music like we do. It's not the best music, it's not the worst music, it is different. And it is another genre of music. And that's how it started. So many people have come in, and lots of people have gone out. But the core of the band is still the same. And the thought of the band is still the same. The thought of the band is still to entertain people, to distribute, to spread happiness, and to do music which is different.
We saw in the film Rock On how they formed the band Magic, and what happened later in the film. In your case, did you all also have disagreements or ego clashes in Euphoria?
Rock On is based on Euphoria, actually. It's a fact. I mean, they've never really said that. But effectively, if you see, the only Indian band that has been there for 25 years, and everybody knows the story. There were disagreements, there were exits, there were fights, there were arguments, and I think lots of that has been adopted by Rock On. Maybe it's the story of every band, but I personally feel, I think, and the fact that they were doing it in Hindi. We were the first guys in this country to start doing it in Hindi. Nobody was doing Hindi music, in the rock way. So we were the first ones. So when they say Rock On, I feel, and I've always believed that it was actually based on Euphoria. But उसमें क्या था कि there was a breakup and then they all get together. ऐसा Euphoria में कभी हुआ ही नहीं है. We've never broken up. We've never gone our own ways. The band has always been there, and the biggest decision I took in my life was this, Vishal, that whatever happens, like there were so many bands. Like for example, Silk Route was there, but Mohit, he became a solo singer, or band
Indian
like
Ocean.
But yeah, Indian Ocean is also still there. They are very much there. But like for example, Jal, Atif went his own way. Singers usually want to be known for the individual, मैंने कभी ऐसा सोचा नहीं. मेरे लिए हमेशा ही बैंड जरूरी था. आज भी जब मैं फिल्म बना रहा हूँ या गाना बना रहा हूँ, फिल्म भी मेरा पूरा क्रू मेरा बैंड ही है. हम ही लोग मिलकर उसको बना रहे हैं. So my thought is very, very clear that I am nothing without a team. I've never thought of going solo, and mostly bands go haywire when the lead singer goes solo. It's never happened. I never came into films to do playback music or anything else. I knew this is my baby, and this entire band, they are my brothers. I'm going to stick with them to the end. That's what I'm doing. 25 years is not a small deal.
Your first album, Dhoom, Dhoom, it was called Dhoom. It has some 11 tracks.
Yeah.
What is the process of selecting the title track?
So
why Dhoom Pichak was
thought of
not
as
the other? There are other tracks as well, which are very good.
So there was a video for Dhoom, there was a video for Shanana, there was a video for Tum.
Yes.
And that's why I love this guy. He knows all about me. So so anyway, so how it is done is that what are you trying to showcase in an album? Most of our album was primarily rock. There was only one song that sounded folk rock.
Okay.
Now nobody else was doing it. So I thought, why not first present this side of Euphoria? Very, very desi, very, very middle class, and taking the real music of this country and making it your way, folk music. So that's how I decided on that. How we went to Banaras, I belong to Banaras. My papa is from Banaras, my ma is from Jammu. So we went to Banaras. Nobody went to Banaras, but Pradeep Das said, let's go and shoot in Banaras. And when we went to Banaras and we made that video today, so many people are going to Banaras and making those films. So that's how we decided on that. Then when it came to a second song, then we said, okay, let's show our rock side. The idea is this only, that whatever we are showcasing, it should make a difference to the people who are watching it. Now, like our last album was called Sail. It had 7 songs, and the first video out of that was called Sail. Why? Because I was trying to show सब कुछ बिकाऊ है, सब लोग बिकाऊ हैं, सब कुछ बिकाऊ है, हम भी बिकाऊ हैं. So here's the song. So there's a lot of thought that goes into everything that I do.
So then please give us few lines of Dhoom Pichak.
Oh yes, that's where you know me from.
Yes. Everybody loves that song.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I never thought anybody's going to listen to it. I say, यार ये पंजाबी भी नहीं है, ये फिल्मी भी नहीं है, but हे यार मेरी धड़कन नारे, चांद के हैं संग सितारे, साथ रहते हैं वो सारे, मैं अकेला रे. खिलखिलाती है वो नदियाँ, नदियाँ में है एक नैया, नैया का मैं हूँ कि भैया क्यों अकेला रे. अब आप भी जा सबका बता, क्या तेरा मेरा नाता रे. तुम हो मेरी मैं तुम्हारा, छोटा सा संसार हमारा, आगे जाने राम क्या होगा. कहता है जो कहे जमाना, तेरा मेरा प्यार पुराना, आगे जाने राम क्या होगा. Long before Ram's name became fashionable, I was still singing about him. So there are a lot of ways an artist, a lyric writer, a composer can actually express himself. Even then, I was 20 years back also, you know, I was trying to say 25 years back also, I was just trying to say this. Whatever happens in our life is not controlled by us. It's controlled by somebody else. And that name, you could call him Krishna, you can call him Shiva, you can call him Allah, you can call him Jesus Christ. But for me, it was Ram. So
then when you perform on stage and you do shows, you're still doing it, are there any songs of yours whose reaction by today's generation from Gen Z surprises you?
We recently did a concert in Bombay and packed audience, you know, and they were singing each and every lyric of each and every of our songs. And it was heartening, it was humbling, it was overwhelming. When it came to Maeri, you know, they were singing each and every word with much of emotion, and I was standing on stage and I saw there were so many people crying. They must be remembering their own stories or, you know, moments, because see, songs actually are associated with moments in our life, you know. उस समय ये हुआ था और उस समय ये गाना आया था, ऐसा होता है. अब ऐसा नहीं होता है, एक टाइम पे ऐसा होता था. अब तो किसी को कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता क्या मोमेंट है. हाँ, हम जब we were in a pub and we were drunk, we were listening to that song. That's also a moment. But I would say this, that, you know, at that moment, you know, Vishal, I broke down. I was on stage and I broke down. सब कुछ वापस आ गया कि मुझे कैसे इस इंडस्ट्री ने कभी एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया है, मेरी मदद नहीं की है. और there are two aspects of this society that have always helped me. One is the media. Media has never waited कि ये current है कि नहीं है, relevant है कि नहीं है. Media ने मेरी हमेशा मदद की है. And secondly, which is the biggest part, is the people of this country. The people of this country never gave up on Euphoria, never gave up on Palash, and I was grateful. I was so grateful कि देखो, most of these people are not even more than 20 or 25, you know, and this song was made 25 years ago or 20 years ago. And they're still singing, and with that emotion and with that passion, I must have done something good in my life, you know, and God is blessed. And as we were discussing, God blessed us because this was honest music. It was not designed and it was not curated. It was just
Become a hit
from the heart. And overwhelmed. I howled. मैं रोया स्टेज पे खड़े होकर और बस ये सोचा, सारे स्ट्रगल्स याद आ गए, सब कुछ याद आ गया, जितनी भी रिजेक्शंस मिली हैं सब याद आ गई, जितने भी ताने सुने हैं सब याद आ गए.
आपको रिजेक्शंस मिली हैं?
मिली है ना. अब आपको पता है ये बॉम्बे क्या है.
बट आप क्यों ऐसा सोचते हैं? व्हाई डू यू थिंक दैट किसी ने आपकी मदद नहीं की? यू जस्ट सेड दैट, यू नो,
नो, इंडस्ट्री ने रियली हमारी मदद नहीं की. सी, वी कुड हैव कंपोज्ड.
आर यू सेइंग पीपल डिड नॉट कम टू साइन यू? बिग ब्रांड डिड नॉट, लेबल्स डिड नॉट कम टू साइन यू?
नो, बिकॉज़ सी, द थिंग वाज दैट, यू नो, the biggest music in India will always be Bollywood music. Now I can say that I don't want it, but then when an artist is starting off, you need that push from Bollywood, and I never got it. You understand? So that music was never supported.
Maybe industry wasn't ready that time like it is today.
Maybe it is, maybe not. But then nobody is asking me even now. So what I'm trying now, to
But even I'm sorry, I have to correct myself. But you know, even they actually signed or got Daleri Mehndi on board for one of the two songs in movie.
Yes.
They were always looking for new music.
I don't see again. No, our music was ahead of its time. It was not classic Bollywood. So now maybe Bollywood is opening up and saying, okay, fine, we want to use different you know, styles. But maybe, you know, my time was, it was a different time, you know. I don't know, whatever it was, but yes, definitely there was one problem in my life, and that we got into a legal hassle with a label. And उसके बारे में अभी बात नहीं करेंगे, but I'm just saying, I got into a legal hassle, and a lot of things changed because of that also. But I will again say this again and again. The people of this country and the media of this country never gave up on Euphoria, which is why we are relevant today also. There are not too many artists who have lasted 25 years. If you are doing, like, we are just part of, in the midst of a 25-year anniversary tour, and people are buying tickets and coming to the show, there must be some reason, and the reason is the people. Uh, we could have, I personally feel Euphoria music could have been used in many films. It could have been used. They could have used me as a composer, as a writer. They could have used me as a singer. They could have used Euphoria as a production unit. They didn't. Whatever the reason is, I'm not holding it against them. I have no grudges. I'm not that guy. Whatever it was, this music could have gone further and wider.
Palash, today we see a lot of songs which are being recreated.
Yes.
Do you think the old music is actually killing the new music?
The new music is not good enough. That's why the old music has to come back. You understand? There's very few music that's going to come out now, which which will stay with you. The problem is that, you know, it's a great thing that the older tracks, like right now Raghav's song has come out. You know, Teri Aankhon Mein. It was a great song at that time also. It was a fantastic song, but because it was not filmy, it was not that big. So now today, because there is a dearth of really good music, you take that music and then you present it to people, because maybe what was not that great for them, again the same thing I'm saying, maybe in the 90s it was not that music that could have sold. 2024, the audiences are ready, which is why most of the old songs are coming back and being recreated and putting back. I don't think they even need recreation. They should be just put back. Like, I personally feel that Raghav's original production is way better than the production right now. It's absolutely fantastic. He's one of the most loved singers I know.
But then, do you listen to new trends like Afrobeat or the other new genres, and would you like to experiment them?
Primarily, I listen to Western music, bro. That, अब ये अच्छी बात है, बुरी बात है, ये मैं कोई घमंड में नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. There is no arrogance. You know, I listen to the Western music because they are the ones who are constantly experimenting. They are not thinking about commercial success, is what I feel. यहाँ पे, because the main controller of music is the film industry, they are always thinking about commercial success. Commercial success is actually not really about longevity. It is just about that moment, and whatever is for that moment can never last. It's actually instant gratification, which is what the society is maybe turning out to be.
You know, Euphoria, your band, I'm coming back to your band. It's that one rock band that really captured the nation's imagination when it came in 1998. Why in this country we don't have many rock bands catering to Hindi listeners?
Commercials. एक इंसान को प्रमोट करना या फिर फ्लाई करना is easier than 6-7 लोगों को फ्लाई करना. Actually commercials. बहुत कम लोगों ने ये चीज़ की है. इंडियन ओशन ने की है.
Because Pakistan have many bands.
Because Pakistan doesn't have a strong film industry. Film industry ने क्या कर दिया है? सिंगर जरूरी है, बाकी लोग जरूरी नहीं है. And that is not a good thing. According to me, any kind of music cannot work without musicians. Yeah? Which is why Euphoria always paid everybody in the band equally. Okay. Because I am very clear about the fact that, you know, a band is made up of individuals who are individually as important, which is what makes that band important. अगर आप ये कहोगे कि सिंगर सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है और ड्रमर नहीं है, या फिर गिटार प्लेयर ज़रूरी है और कीबोर्ड प्लेयर नहीं है, ये गलत एटीट्यूड है. And which is what very few people understand that. I understood it, and I understood it right from the beginning. For that, for example, I'm the band leader. The band leader should have that humility, and he should have that vision. And the band members should have that humility also, and that feeling that, you know, if a leader is taking, it's like a cricket team. MS Dhoni is taking you somewhere, follow. अच्छी जगह पहुंचेंगे. The band always had that humility कि नहीं, पलाश के लेके जा रहा है तो अच्छी जगह होगी.
But Northeast have many bands.
Oh yes, oh yes. We just did a show in Nagaland.
There are many music festivals. Hornbill is one, Zero is one.
Yeah, we just played in Dimapur in Nagaland. You will not believe it. The whole area turned up. The whole of Nagaland and people from Mizoram, Manipur, everybody turned up. So That, and if you see, like, you know, this year we played a lot of festivals. We just played NH7 in Pune. Then we played the Coke Festival in Kolkata and Delhi. So many people turned up. I mean, everybody was there. I do not know what do the music industry people, industry people think about not having bands. Bands should be there, and they should be celebrated. And there are right now bands. You know, there are bands like the young bands called like Yellow Diary is there. Thaikudam Bridge is there.
Slightly older Swaratma is also there.
Swarat, they are there. Faridkot. They are bands. ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं है. But वो mainstream नहीं है. Somehow. I don't know why.
So then do you think we need more music festivals celebrating?
We need the people with the money to push bands.
Now brands are backing independent artists.
Yes, but they're not still backing bands. They're still backing individuals. They're not backing bands. And I would like to see that change in the country.
And finally, on a happy note, you know, every song has a story. And you, of course, been part of the industry from last 25 years. Would you please like to share any anecdote or a funny story from one of your music sittings or while shooting a film that makes you laugh?
Millions of.
Please share one.
So let me speak about Dhoom Pichake. It's always going to be my favorite video because it introduced Euphoria and the sound to the world. So if you see the video, Ganga जी में सारे मंदिर डूबे हुए हैं because it was rain time, monsoon time. तो क्या होता है, गंगा जी का level rise हो जाता है, सारे मंदिर डूब जाते हैं. Pradeep Da had this thing कि you will be standing on a mandir and it's like on the top of the mandir and singing. हम भी तो जोश में, हाँ हाँ अभी तो कुछ भी करेंगे, जो कहोगे मैं जाके खड़ा हो गया. And that time, I mean, Jimmy ये तो था नहीं. तो he and the crew were on a boat that had to be rowed back from me, and so you get that revealing kind of a shot. Suddenly मैं देखा हूँ कि मेरे पाँव पे ना कुछ एक ऐसे गुदगुदी सी एक ऐसी चीज हो रही है. I look down, Vishal, they're snakes. और मुझे दुनिया में एक ही जानवर से इतना डर लगता है, which is a snake. हाँ, मैंने कभी बब्बर शेर नहीं देखा, उससे ज़्यादा डर लगेगा. So मैं नीचे देख रहा हूँ, and they're going over my feet, you know.
My God.
And I'm saying, दादा, कहता है क्या? मैंने कहा सांप. तो क्या हुआ? मैंने कहा, I was standing with thankfully I found out later that river snakes are not, and I have to act in Tum Ho Maeri, all that, you know, romance also I'm showing. और मेरे
snake is, oh God.
Snakes are there, and वो ना कभी यहाँ तक आ रहे हैं, नीचे जा रहे हैं, all that is happening, and this shot went on for 2.5 hours.
My God.
2.5 घंटे. तो मैंने बीच में दादा को बोला, मैं दादा अभी तो मतलब मेरी फटी पड़ी है और मेरे साथ कुछ भी हो सकता है, प्लीज जल्दी करो. कहते कोई बात नहीं, मैंने कहा 1-1.5 घंटा हो गया. कहते 1 घंटा और. मैंने कहा क्या बात कर रहे हो. एनीवे दैट हैपेंड, एंड मुझे लगता है कि भोले बाबा की नगरी में था, भोले बाबा के सांप आए और मुझे आशीर्वाद देकर चले गए. इट वाज an amazing experience, and every video has its own experiences. I will just say that, you know, at 25 years I will just say I have no regrets in my life. There are no regrets. मैं शायद इतने सबके का हकदार काबिल भी नहीं था, but मिला है. I'm grateful to God, I'm grateful to the people, I'm grateful to people like you.
How do you look back then to your film career?
No, I didn't want a film career. I came here ना, मैं फिलहाल करने आया, मैंने फिलहाल आके करी और फिलहाल करते करते मुझे बात समझ आ गई, बॉम्बे का ना काम करने का तरीका अलग है. और अगर फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में हो, and I'm talking about early 2000s, you know, I was 2002, 2003. Maybe now it's changed, it's become more corporate, it's become more professional. But that time, you know, I understood कि मेरा सीन नहीं है. I'm too honest for this. यहाँ पे है एक बात कि सबको खुश करके रखो, और मैं किसी को खुश कर नहीं सकता, सच बात है. मैं अपने दिल की बात बोलता हूँ, और जो दिल वाला होगा उसको मेरी बात समझ आएगी. मुझे बात समझ आ गई थी कि मुझे यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा एक बनावटी जिंदगी जीनी पड़ेगी. तो मैं तो निकल गया, मैं मुझे नहीं करना. तो मैंने जिंदगी में एक्चुअली 3 फिल्में की हैं. वन वाज फिलहाल, वन वाज अ फिल्म कॉल्ड ऐसा ही जहाँ, दैट केम आउट इन 2016. इट वाज अबाउट द एनवायरनमेंट. आई वर्कड विद अ वेरी नाइस टीम, and we were speaking about environment, we were speaking about child labor, and I was an Assamese in that film, and I thought it's just such a nice way to actually promote Northeast, you know. Anyway, so that's the second film I did, and then I did a film in Bangla. I was a villain in the film, so you can imagine. ये मेरा film career.
Somebody needs to cast Palash then make a Bengali film.
Yeah, so I enjoy acting, but I keep it for my videos.
Would you like to make a comeback given a good role, a good offer by or
Why not?
Bollywood
Why not? Why? But right now, ना
as an
bro.
actor?
No, no यार. अभी जो तुमने बात बोली थी ना, वही मेरे दिमाग में चल रही है. फिल्म बनानी है. हो गया यार, अब कर लिया. अब एक्चुअली सब कुछ कर लिया. एक्चुअली देखा जाए तो अब the one thing that is left is no. Actually, there are two things left. I'm going to share it with you. एक तो डेफिनेटली फिल्म बनानी है और एक इंडिपेंडेंट म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री बनानी है जो कि सचमुच इंडिपेंडेंट हो फिल्म इंडस्ट्री से. It should be really for the musicians, by the musicians, of the musicians. I'm not thinking about it from my perspective. I'm thinking about for all the kids who are coming into the industry. They need this kind of a body to actually guide them, to mentor them and to back them. कभी कोई legal problem हो गया, कैसे contract में sign करना है, how do you go and claim your royalties, how do you safeguard your rights? ऐसा बताने वाला अभी भी कोई नहीं है.
But today there are organizations like IPRS who are there.
So what I'm trying to say, IPRS is one body. We need an industry, you know, which actually looks after every aspect. और बहुत सारे the musicians have a separate body, IPRS is there,
Singers have a different
body. So they are all separate bodies. But
performers have another body.
Correct. So मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे एक फिल्म इंडस्ट्री है वैसे ही एक म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री भी होनी चाहिए. अभी भी ऐसा सीन है कि बेसिकली फिल्म इंडस्ट्री है, music is a part of it. In America, film industry is separate, music industry is separate. Film industry needs a song, you have to go to that industry, buy it from them. अभी क्या हो रहा है, फिल्म इंडस्ट्री वाले खुद ही गाना बना रहे हैं, तो कंपोजर के पास, राइटर के पास ऑप्शन क्या है, वो वैसे बनाएगा.
I think we are heading in that direction.
I hope so.
Indie music is.
You are one of the most optimistic people I've ever spoken to. I hope Vishal's words come true.
Well, on that happy note, I want to thank you and wish you best of luck for your future projects.
Thank you so much.
And we are hoping that you'll give us more chartbusters now.
Thank you so much.
And that will match the magic of Dhoom Pichak.
I hope so too.
Thank you so much.
I hope so too.
And in the end, may I please request you to give us few lines of your famous song Maeri and maybe a medley of your songs?
I think I'll just sing Maeri. Maeri के साथ कुछ भी combine नहीं होता, एक ही माँ होती है.
Oh sure.
Maeri is the mother of all songs, I think. So I'll just tell you the story. And I'm sleeping in my house, and at about 3:30 a.m., I get a tune in my head. So I call up Jaideep Sahni. Jaideep Sahni is the great Jaideep Sahni. Yes. He was my very good friend at that time. And I said, Jaideep, ये गाना आ रहा है दिमाग में, क्या कहता है? कहता है गाना तो बहुत अच्छा है. किसके बारे में लिखना है? मैंने कहा, you know, मेरे मन में माँ के बारे में बात आ रही है और मेरी माँ जम्मू को बिलोंग करती है, तो मैं आई एम एक्चुअली स्पीकिंग अबाउट मायरी. कहता है ना 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 मायरी. अच्छा, कहता है ठीक है, यू नो क्या लिखें? मैंने कहा बता क्या लिखना है बता. तो उसने पहला ड्राफ्ट लिखा था, एक सोल्जर बैटलफील्ड में अपनी माँ की गोदी में मर रहा है, तो ही इज सिंगिंग दैट. उसने पहला, दैट वाज हिज फर्स्ट ड्राफ्ट. बट आई टोल्ड हिम, आई सेड यार इतना ग्रिम नहीं हो सकता. यू नो, मैं रोमांटिक आदमी हूँ, मैं हमेशा लव सॉन्ग लिखता हूँ और मेरी ज़िंदगी में जितने भी कुछ भी हुआ है, कोई लड़की आई है, किसी ने मुझे छोड़ दिया है या फिर मैं किसी से रहना चाहता हूँ, मैं हर कहानी को जो पहले अपनी माँ को बताता हूँ. एंड दैट इज द थिंग इन माई हेड, दैट आई एम टेलिंग द स्टोरी टू माई मदर ऑफ द गर्ल हु लेफ्ट मी. बिंदिया लगाती तो कांपती थी पलकें मायरी, चुन्नियाँ सजा के वो देती वादे कल के मायरी. मेरे हाथों में था उसका हाथ, थी चाशनी सी हर उसकी बात. मायरी आप ही हंस दी, मायरी आप ही रोंदी, मायरी याद वो मायरी गल्ला कर दी, मायरी अखा नाल लड़ दी, मायरी याद वो मायरी. हुड़ की करा किन्नू कवा ए मायरी, अब क्या करूं, कहाँ से कहूं ए मायरी.
That was, of course, the Punjabi version of Maeri. You added 2 lines in Punjabi. Thank you so much and best of luck.
Thank you, Vishal.